Hello,
Hi,
Ranjan sir.
ma'am.
Yeah, hi.
How are you?
Yeah, fine. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Okay. So, what's going on in the market?
Yeah, nothing. Latest trends in
Okay.
recruitment
Okay.
and just trying to match up the Generation Z
Generation. Okay.
recruiters,
Okay.
new freshers, MBAs, postgraduates,
Okay.
and just we need to match to their thought process
Exactly.
and then bring them to our recruitment platform and
Platform.
tell them how exactly recruitment process works.
Okay. So,
It's
what is the recruitment process you follow?
Look, there are lot many things. What the myth in the market is?
Yes.
It's like recruitment is nothing but just uh, call a candidate, talk to them, or CV भेज दो
Okay.
कहाँ मैनेजर को
Yes.
और इंटरव्यू स्केड्यूल करो. But
Okay.
apart from this, there are n number of things. जैसे
True.
कि right from where does recruitment starts from?
Exactly.
How manpower planning takes place.
Correct.
Who initiates the recruitments or the requirements, and apart from that, what are the other processes to be followed, like
Very true.
there are manpower acquisition form needs to be filled in, JD needs
JDs to be
JDs
prepared.
to be filled in. So it starts right from manpower planning,
Okay.
JDs. Then apart from that, I tell them it's just not about the process, but it's also about the getting the right candidate,
Correct.
the right fitment,
Correct.
and not only about the skill sets, but you need to also check about the culture fitment,
Exactly.
right? Whether he really fits into the culture of organization. Every organization have the different cultures,
Cultures. Yeah.
right? The thought process. So reading the candidate behind the resume,
That's
right?
more important.
That's more important. So this is resume. क्या करते हैं कि आजकल students or the new recruiters, they just expect कि resume 5 resume निकालो, manager को भेज दो, तो हमारा position close हो जाएगा. No.
Not possible.
Again, once the position is closed, there are a lot of things again you need to do in the
Market
recruitment process and the notice
Note
period.
period. Yeah.
That is called as candidate engagement.
Yes, many of them nowadays focus more on to recruitment, but selection is important. That is
Exactly.
what. So selection process, how it is going back, that is what we have to attack as a
Right.
manager for recruitment. So now basically I've also seen that when you go to any company, like no nowadays, before it was like that you can send 10 CVs to the HODs and they will sit and shortlist. But
Right.
now the trend has changed.
Exactly.
Now we are not doing a postman job HR. Now we have to send only 1 or 2 CVs to the HODs and they should get select and the person should get placed.
Right.
So in that, what are the challenges you face in your organization? Do really recruiters follow those system there right way?
Now again, in between the recruiters and the portals and everything, we are coming up with ATS.
Correct.
Applicant tracking system.
Yes, exactly.
Where क्या है ना, दिन में maybe you can say hundreds of resumes will come from portals, social media,
Right.
LinkedIn, professional networks.
Right.
तो इतना स्क्रीनिंग करने का टाइम भी नहीं होता है रिक्रूटर के पास. तो what ATS helps, the applicant tracking system, it will only give you the relevant profiles
Very
to the
true.
job requirement.
Okay.
Right. So एक recruitment process is
First
streamlined due to ATS. Then again, a recruiter, instead of going to different portals or social media for posting again, right, they can do from one click from the ATS.
Okay.
So the efficiency has increased.
Okay.
Due to
Better-
ATS.
better than before.
Better, yeah. So that's helping the recruiters
Okay.
from one or the other way, just to avoid the repetitive task or screen thousands of resumes, and
Okay.
then out of that you need to remove the irrelevant. So
Correct.
ATS does
But it
help
is
them,
it is helping
supporting
us.
them.
ATS is
Yeah,
helping us.
yeah,
How much percentage ATS is helping us? Because now even AI is coming into picture.
Right.
Yeah. So
Now again, good point.
Yeah.
You brought it that.
Yeah.
Again, there is a myth in the market that AI. Everyone has a.
focus on AI.
Everyone
but-
is focusing on AI. Everyone is focusing on कैसे होगा.
Correct.
मेरा जॉब चला जाएगा.
Exactly.
नहीं, किसी का जॉब नहीं जाने वाला. क्योंकि AI will not sense the human feelings, the human behaviors, the other attributes. Apart from what AI में we the recruiters or the hiring managers are only going to input the skill sets.
Correct.
Right?
Correct.
According to that only the AI will work, right?
But nowadays even AI you find in even Naukri portals, if you try and put them, their screen, but that is
Yeah.
also not working
That
out.
is
It is
only that is
just
what whether it's artificial
artificial
intelligence,
intelligence.
whether it's RPA, which is another
That-
term
yeah,
for robotic
but-
process
but-
automation. They are the market to process your automation, to streamline the process,
Correct.
to and to reduce the repetitive task,
Yes.
right? To create a talent pool, a database,
Correct.
right? So and at the end the recruiter is going to have a conversation with the candidate, the humans.
Correct.
He is going to assess, he is going to check the communication skill,
Correct.
he is going to check, he or she is going to check
Check
all
the
the
competencies.
attributes apart from the JD, apart from the skill sets.
Correct.
So AI is there to support you,
Correct.
to streamline a process, but it will not completely take out your job.
Correct.
Right?
So training on recruitment is very important.
Exactly.
Even though AI is coming in place, but the process, the basic ends, the skill set is required, and for that it is very important. You should go a proper process of recruitment training, right?
Exactly.
We teach them on the key skills, the basic which is coming in. Okay,
Yes.
nice to know from you, Rajan.
But yeah, recruitment, you should always be on your toes.
Yes,
Right?
to
It
get
is
the
not
system.
just like you can sit continuously.
Very
on
true,
your
very,
bench. So you
very
have to and it's a 24/7.
Yes.
A candidate can call you anytime, any day.
Yes. And human behavior is different. Like it's like a psychological. When you
Exactly.
interview them, you come to know whether this person is really coming on the board or they're just talking. Because nowadays these youngsters have 4 offers, so
Right.
we should be very challenging at whether they're really going to join us. Because every manpower coming in has a lot of investment in terms of money, not only money but the time. Because by the HR person.
That's where
That's-
I earlier told you, like
yes.
candidate engagement is
Engagement
very
is
much
very
important.
important.
Everyone knows about the employee engagement.
Exactly.
When employee joins, how to
Correct.
keep them engaged, how to
Exactly.
motivate them.
Very true.
But candidate engagement, where you need to build up the rapport with the
Rapport.
candidate. You need to be a mentor, a guide to a
Exactly,
candidate,
exactly.
so that he has the trust.
Very
and
true.
even if he has another offer, he will discuss with you.
Exactly.
And you have to guide him accordingly.
Very true,
It's
very
just not to that you have to close the position, so you have to misguide the candidate.
Correct.
If you build up this trust,
Yes.
he will be a long-term candidate.
Because I've shared it from my experience, because when I was working in some companies, when we take interviews and almost on the offer stage, they said, no, we have one more offer, but I feel this is much better, so can you help me out with this? So we try to help them or give them an idea.
Exactly.
So that also role we have to play as a mentor, but for that we have to be a little more open,
Right.
come to them, understand their views. So that is very much important for all the recruiters,
Right.
so that people come and tell us about it.
Yes, and especially this
Generation,
Z,
yeah.
we have to come to their
Yeah.
thought process,
Thought process.
explain them.
Exactly.
Lots of patience
Very
required.
true, very true.
And we have to tell them it's not about just closing a requirement or opportunities. Right?
Exactly.
You're building opportunities in the market.
Correct.
So it's not just a postman job. as you
Correct,
said.
yes. And not only bringing the person on the board, but retaining them is very important. Because as
Exactly.
the trend says, the first 6 months are time when employees will try to switch in and switch off. Because
Exactly.
that is a they find whether they are comfortable for that.
Yeah.
It is not only the office premises which is important, but the profile also plays a lot of many role. So when a person comes in into the
Exactly.
position.
That's another point and
Yes.
another concept you can say as a candidate or an employee handholding.
Exactly.
What most of the recruiters do these days, they will feel that चलो मेरा candidate join हो गया,
खत्म हो
काम
गया,
हो
खत्म,
गया.
yeah,
नहीं.
exactly.
At least stay in touch with them.
Yeah, exactly.
Ask them after few days.
Yeah, exactly.
सब system मिल गया, how is the culture? Are you okay?
Yes.
After couple of months, ask them, are you now stable in a profile?
Profile.
Does it match
Correct.
accordingly or
Correct.
what? So this all thing is very much important.
Important for them.
And as we have just discussed few of the points
Exactly.
in recruitment, but again there are a number of points. So Generation Z should understand
them.
all this, that recruitment, and the most important thing is whenever they are coming into any training or any into a corporate role, the first they should not listen to the myths what's
Exactly.
there around in the market.
Exactly.
It's everyone has their different experiences.
Very
Everyone are coming from different
backgrounds.
So just build up your experience, have that self-confidence within you,
Very true.
and just go with the flow and get the experience and learn from everyone.
Very good. So you've given
So
a very
that's in
right
short.
input. Okay.
Yeah. What
It's
about
really good.
you?
Yeah. So we
are
are.
giving training in payroll, I think.
Yeah, I give training on to payroll and to core HR concepts. So even I deal with colleges and the youngster students who are there.
Okay.
The main concept which they always feel about HR is the recruitment part, But when we go into the depth of core HR, as you said, the person coming on the board, then afterwards you take them that is very important. So then placing them through the induction process like OGT, on the job training, it's very important. So there we give them, let we say, no, half knowledge is very dangerous. So when they come on the board, the induction is a very important part, because that's why the company has to focus on induction. So there we give them the entire knowledge about the company policies. Then when we go through and take them through, then the important concern which is everyone is required is the training and development part, because every employee has to understand there is something kept for them in the organization, because that is what they want to put them into the career growth, because everybody wants to grow. So as an HR, we in the core HR sessions, or when being an HR person, I always feel it is not employee coming in and being in the organization, but taking them through their life journey where they grow in the organization. So growing in the organization, HR plays a very important role. And whoever is person, we tell our students that you have to see that the human minds, like-minded people come together, make a lot of event management activities. Our main focus is to retain them and retain the right talent. Right talent is important,
So
because
what are the payroll softwares these days?
Yeah, there are
any latest one?
No, payroll software, HRMS is the main concept which is going on, because nowadays that old times of documentation is gone, and now most of them are keeping on to the software things. So we have pay squares, HRs coming in, we have Ascent payroll, which is very common, and there are thousands of software nowadays which is there, and nowadays even every organization is coming with some of the specialized inbuilt software. But apart from the software, the main concept is how do you put the data. For that you should have the background knowledge about it. You know, any person, third person cannot go and operate an HRMS software, because that also is a myth which people say if I am a BCom graduate I can go and operate HR because सब कुछ है already set है. ऐसा नहीं होता है.
आजकल मैं देखता हूँ ट्रेनिंग में ये जनरेशन Z कि सर मुझे डायरेक्टली पेरोल में जाना है.
Yes.
So do you face such students?
Yes, definitely.
मैम मुझे रिक्रूटमेंट नहीं करना है, एडमिन नहीं करना है, मुझे पेरोल में.
Very true. When we take payroll batch, हमारा होता है कि we do make them do in Excel and manual. तो बोलते क्यों Excel की ट्रेनिंग है, वहाँ पे सॉफ्टवेयर है तो मुझे करने. तो सॉफ्टवेयर में एंट्री करनी तो आपको तो पता होना चाहिए महाराष्ट्र लेबर वेलफेयर फंड का क्या है, प्रोफेशनल टैक्स कितना है, लेडीज के लिमिट. सो ऑल दैट इज इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर देम टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हेन दे कम इनटू एचआर, एंड टू अंडरस्टैंड व्हेन दे कम इनटू एचआर. एंड द कंसेप्ट ऑफ ऑल द यंगस्टर्स इज मुझे काम नहीं करना है, डायरेक्टली जाके सिस्टम में एंटर करो, डायरेक्ट क्लिक में हो. बट तो देर इज द आई वांट टू शेयर एन एक्सपीरियंस. HRMD की ही एक स्टूडेंट है, शी वाज देयर विद मी, सो वी डिड हैव अ पेरोल बैच एंड शी वाज इन एक्सेल, एंड वन डे शी केम बैक टू द क्लास एंड शी टोल्ड मी दैट आई गॉट एन अवार्ड yesterday. So I asked her, why did you get an award? She said like we were working on a software and the software automatic corrupt हो गया and the payroll was the next day. But what we learned in Excel, through Excel I removed the payroll for them, and this is what I got the award. So then that was a big breakthrough which we got, and then from there everybody said, no, most of them, then she gives an example to the class. She came into the class and she explained this to the student. So this is the example I give to everybody.
This is a good example.
Yes.
So whether it's RPA, automation, whether it's AI,
exactly.
It's finally a technology. Right?
Technology.
Technology, or the servers are down, the technology stops.
But
and the human beings, they can
and she got a great record on appreciation award. Even her boss could not do it. She was a junior who joined her and she could manage because she did the payroll concepts. So this all, that's why the trend is very important. Knowledge is very important. It's not just the technology is definitely going to save time, but the knowledge which you are going to there, and that is why HRMD is giving a lot of input to the students. So wherever they go, they are able to sustain there in the organization what is there.
Yeah, even I like about HR. They are bridging the gap between the
industry
and the culture.
Yes.
And the industry which you said.
Yeah, that's
so that's good.
Yeah.
Good
to know. Yeah, a lot of
keep
information.
in touch.
Yes, definitely. Be in touch. Okay, we'll share up more inputs when it comes. Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.